Hey guys, William J Online, and today I'm going to tell you guys about the 7 principles of creating valuable content online that you need to know to create valuable content for your email list, your subscribers, your social media followers, anyone. You need to keep these in mind when creating any content online when you want to produce value for your readers. Here they are. Alright, so let's start by talking about what valuable content is. Valuable content is content people read that has some informational use value that people will consume so that they can have some information or some guidance or value towards whatever they're trying to do, or whatever they need help with, or whatever they're looking for. I mean, there are many reasons people consume certain kind of content, but what I'm going to talk to you guys about today are the 7 biggest reasons why I personally have found in my experience that people will come to your blog, your website, your YouTube video, your Facebook posts, anything to consume your content because they find some value in it. And this content usually provides them the most value when they're searching the big World Wide Web for information. Now, just so we're on the same page about how the World Wide Web works. So when people get on the World Wide Web, they search for something. In that search bar at the top of the website, they usually want to know the who, the what, the when, the where, the why. And when they type in these keywords, something else gets spat out at them, have it be a website, have it be a product, a blog post, YouTube video, etc., etc. And whatever content the internet or the website believes is the best match for whatever they're searching for, that's what it'll show them. And then they'll click that content and then they'll go read it and see what it has to say because the websites think this is the best match for whatever they're looking for. And that content could be your content. It could be your content that provides the most value to the most people that this website believes is a match for their search keywords. And if this content, your content, provides enough value for them, congratulations, you have just earned a potential long-term reader, subscriber, or follower. Use these 7 principles that I'm about to give you to grow your list of subscribers or long-term readers or social media followers. Anyways, onto the principles. So these principles are 1, answers to questions, 2, solutions to problems, 3, how to do more in less time or save time or shortcuts, 4, how to save more money or spend less money or how one can earn more money, number 5, how to reduce effort when doing something, number 6, results to experiments or what the internet calls reviews, or in number 7, safety from perceptively breaking rules, laws, or best practices. So let's start with the first principle, and that is answers to questions. Now, if you remember the early days of the internet, you probably heard of AskJeeves.com, which is a really good website that actually asks questions to get answers. Then you had Yahoo Answers, which Yahoo Answers had a lot of questions and answers as well. That was a pretty big one. And nowadays we have websites like Reddit.com and Quora.com, which rules the internet as far as questions and answers on the internet. And this could be answers to questions as simple as a yes or no question or as complicated as an open-ended why question. People search for these answers. The internet is littered with questions and people want to know the answers to the questions. And I guarantee you right now, there are some questions someone wants to ask you right now that only you know the answer to. And if you have those answers, especially if they're good answers, I mean those hard, detailed, comprehensive answers to those hard questions, write about it, because there are people already searching for your answers. All right, and the second principle is solutions to problems. Now, people usually have problems or issues that they run into, usually in process of something that they're doing, so they're trying to find out what to do next or how to get past this one roadblock that they ran into when using something or doing some system. And if you know how to get past that part, then you should probably write about it. Now, solutions to problems are similar to answers to questions, but they're a little more complicated than a simple answer. And these solutions to problems will usually be how to do something or what they can do about something. And usually it's in process, like I said. So they just ran into this and now they don't know what to do next. Examples are like how to repair a button or how to unclog your toilet or why your door's hinge keeps making this loud screeching noise and how to stop it from making that noise. Or it could even be something like, why their car is making some weird noise that they've never heard of before, or they want to know if they should take it to the mechanic or if it's just something they can do themselves. Or say they got a new camera and their camera keeps taking really dark photos or really highly exposed photos and they don't really know how to fix that. All these require actionable solutions, which could be one solution or infinitely many solutions. So as simple and as complicated as these solutions to these problems could be, it is entirely justified to make an entire blog post, video, or even website around just one solution to this entire situation. Consider this, there are entire businesses based around providing solutions to these problems. So it goes to say, the better you can solve these problems, the more valuable your content, the more people will consume your content and even pay for it. And businesses know that. Keep that in mind. Okay, principle number 3, how to do more in less time, or a shortcut. People love shortcuts. And if you know any way to do anything in any amount of less time, that is instantly valuable. Put simply, if you know something that usually takes a year to be done, but you know how to do it in 90 days or less, that is instantly valuable. And that is something worth writing about. Faster means more efficient. Everybody wants to be more efficient when doing anything they're doing. All right, here's an example for you. Say someone's trying to lose weight. Do you think they would rather go on a 90-day exercise regime to lose 50 pounds of belly fat, or would they rather go get liposuction, be in pain for 2 weeks, and effectively lose 100 pounds in 2 weeks? What would they do? A lot of folks would argue they would just get the liposuction and be done with it. And this applies to many things. This could be how to get a master's degree in 6 months, how to make $1,000 in 3 days, how to run a mile in under 7 minutes. Saving time is king. And even also cutting time gaps in between tasks or activities just to save a little time and increase efficiency is also valuable too, such as getting more organized, or investing in better tools or software, or having better computer hardware to handle heavier workloads on your computer. Having information like this is a very big deal in the modern community today, and you should write about it. Principle number 4, how to save more money or spend less money, or how one can possibly earn more money. Now, eventually the day will come when all of us will have to start budgeting, or watch our spending, or just plain save money. How can we save more money or just spend less of it? One would say just live below your means, or go to the dollar store, or go to that guy that charges less money for it, or just don't buy anything. No problem, that's easy, right? I mean, sure, why not? But if you know any strategy that could save anyone any amount of money, then please write about it. It could be something like knowing a commonly used service that has an equally as effective yet less expensive service, a method or strategy that somebody can do to save less money, like couponing. Or if you know something that people don't need or need to do because they can just do this, life hacks. I mean, do share. Literally, if it's anything that we can do to save us any reasonable amount of more money after we do it, write about it. Especially if it means we don't have to spend any money at all. All right, principle number 5, how to reduce effort when doing something, anything. Now, most things worthwhile are usually hard to do, and if you know an easier way to do it, do tell, because the best thing we want to hear is that there is some other easier way to make it happen. If the fastest humanly possible way has been discovered to do something, I'm talking like in a matter of seconds, something gets done, the next best thing to find out would be how to make it easier. I'm talking if they can just push a button and it's done, or take a pill and it's done, or just sit there and wait and it's done, write about it. Easier ways to do things is enough for people to read your content alone. Having an easier way to do something is very valuable, because what it tells us is that it's more likely that we'll get the results we're looking for. And if we do come across a roadblock or some adversity, then the difficulty to get past that adversity won't be as bad as it would if we were doing it the hard way. So if a person has to just do next to nothing to get results, that is very valuable in itself. We want to know how to do that stuff. Heck, I want to know how to do that stuff. So how easy can it get? Let us know. You would be amazed at how many people are wanting to know. All right, number 6. And number 6 is results to experiments, or what the internet likes to call reviews. Now, if you think about it, reviews are basically just people who have bought or tried things out. They took a look at it, they observed it, they used it, they got results from it, and then they report it back on the internet on some blog or some YouTube video or some social media post. So essentially, an online review is just a result. And the hypothesis is, should I invest my time and my money into XYZ thing? And mostly based on a review, we will say to ourselves, yay or nay. So if you had something, tried something, bought something expensive, and it could even be something that people are usually on the fence about, aren't very sure about, or just want to know more about in general, then write about it. Because at this point, about that thing, you have more experience with it than we do, and we want to know. How'd it work out for you? I mean, most of the time, people buy products because of the reviews alone. In today's modern and highly advanced world, generally everything works, but mostly what people want to know about the product or even the situation is how likely is that they'll get results out of that situation or from that product or from that thing you're reviewing, and did it have any problems, issues, or difficulties they might expect it to have? What are the goods, the bads, and the uglies before I waste any of my money, my time, my energy on that specific thing? So if you did anything recently or tried anything out recently that required a lot of time, energy, and attention, you might want to consider writing about that, because generally people would like to know how it went, even if it deserves a 1-star review. All right, principle number 7, and this one is a little special. Number 7 is safety from perceptively breaking any rules, laws, or community guidelines of any sort. Now, the last thing people want to know or even feel like is that they broke any rules or broke any laws or didn't do anything in best practices, because that could get them into trouble that they just don't want to get into or could have avoided. And if you've done something similar to what they're trying to get into or want to know more about, and you ran into any problems or issues with any hiccups with the law or any guidelines or any best practices, then do write about that. People want to know what kind of trail you blazed and found out about this whole process. Because if you consider it, there have been entire businesses or firms, websites shut down because they didn't follow guidelines from the FCC or laws online, or did something wrong that they probably shouldn't have been doing in the first place, but they did anyway, and they got in trouble. Now, I'm no lawyer, but I say if it does have anything to do with the law, then I would consult one or someone who knows a lot more about it than I do, or just ask the experts. Always go about asking people that know what they're talking about, or just try to read any kind of community or activities, rules or guidelines, best practices, best things to keep in mind, etc., etc. And of course, when you write about it, do cite the sources you get the information from. Otherwise, people aren't going to believe you, and they're going to think you're making it up, and they're just not going to trust what you write, okay? And so those are the 7 principles of creating valuable content online, especially if you're a YouTuber, if you're a social media influencer, or if you're someone who has a long email list. These are things you need to keep in mind so you can always be providing that valuable content that people will read and get some amount of value out of. And of course, like I said in the beginning of the video, I know there are many more reasons people write or even read about blogs and find value in them. So if you know more, leave some down in the comments section. Let me know what they are. Write about them, talk about them. Let me know. I would love to hear them. And if you're new here, of course, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. That would help out YouTube's algorithm. And also, if you found value in this and any other of my videos, do consider subscribing, because I would highly appreciate that. So this has been William from William J Online. Thanks guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.